Bayot, yads, yot, beki, beks. Usahay tawag, usahay insulto. Let's talk about your rights. Maayong adlaw Iliganon, belated Happy Pride Month. June may be over pero ang respeto sa laing tao, walay expiration. Mao ka na ang atong hisgutan karong adlaw. Kabalo pa mo nga ang unang Pride March sa kalibutan na hitabo pa ni atong 1970 sa New York. Usa ka tuig human ang Stonewall Uprising. The first Pride March in the Philippines was organized by the Progressive Organization of Gays in the Philippines o Pro-Gay Philippines in June 26, 1994 sa Quezon City and is recognized as the first ever Pride March in Asia. And for your information, I am proud to say that I used to be the spokesperson of the Pro-Gay Philippines during my college years in UP Diliman. Og diri sa Iligan, niadtong 2016, the very first barangay-level Pride celebration was in Barangay Tambacan nga gipanguluhan ni former Kapitan Jimmy Sale. And niadtong June 22, 2024, nahitabo ang unang official citywide Pride March. This 2026 ang pinakabibo o pinakadaghang tao ang niapil sa citywide Pride Walk. Nagpakita kini nga ang Iligan nagpadayon sa pagpalambo sa kultura, sa respeto ug inclusivity. Pero adunay usa ka pangutana. Unsa man jud ang proteksyon sa balaod para sa mga miyembro sa LGBTQIA+ community sama nako? Daghan ang nag-ingon. Wala man tay SOGI law. That is true. Pero dili pasabot ana nga walay proteksyon. Naa gihapon. Una, the Republic Act No. 11313, also known as Safe Spaces Act. This law protects everyone from gender-based sexual harassment sa opisina, sa eskwelahan, sa kadalanan o bisan pag online. Kung sige kag katawan, kung pirmi kang tawgon o insulting nga pangalan, kung adunay unwanted sexual jokes, kung adunay manyakis nga comments, dili na normal that may already be a violation sa balaod. The Supreme Court has noted that gender-based sexual harassment can include transphobic and homophobic slurs in public spaces and online, and may carry penalties under the Safe Spaces Act framework. Now let us talk about the workplace. Kung ikaw gina-discriminate, gina-ignore, gina-bully, gina-bastos, gina-pakaulawan sa imong mga kauban sa trabaho o mismo imong amo, tungod kay bayot ka o tomboy, dayon ni sumbong ka sa management o tag-iya sa kumpanya, pero wala sila aksyon nga gibuhat. Hangtod na himong hostile or dili healthy para kanimo ang working environment, ug napugos ka na lang o mag-resign sa trabaho. That is not voluntary resignation but constructive dismissal. Illegal ka na o pwede mahimong liable ang management o tag-iya sa kumpanya. The Supreme Court treats constructive dismissal as a dismissal in disguise, where the employer's acts effectively force the employee to resign or abandon work, thereby circumventing the substantive and procedural requirements for a valid termination. Hence, an employee who is constructively dismissed is an illegally dismissed employee. Ang usa ka illegally dismissed employee mahimong makakuha og separation pay and full back wages kung dili na kaganahan mo balik og trabaho. So unsay buhaton kung naay pambastos or discrimination? I-document. Kuha og video or screenshots online aron na ay ebidensya. Ireklamo sa management. Kung walay aksyon ng management o ni-resign ka due to a hostile and unbearable workplace because of discrimination and harassment, then pwede ka modulog sa NLRC or the National Labor Relations Commission. Ang matag kaso magdepende gihapon sa mga ebidensya ug sa mga partikular nga kamatuoran. Sama na lang sa kaso ni Renato Nocos versus Ricky Reyes. Kung aha ang sikat na kumpanyang Ricky Reyes Salon nakabayad og more than 600,000 pesos kay Renato Nocos for having been illegally dismissed according to the NLRC. Ang mensahe sa balaod klaro. Ang diskriminasyon dili mahimong basihan aron matanggalan og trabaho ang usa ka tawo. Ug dili lang sa trabaho, apil usab ang mga estudyante. Kung adunay bullying, harassment, humiliation tungod lamang sa imong gender identity o sexual orientation, Adunay mga school policies, child protection mechanisms, o legal remedies nga mahimong duulan. Dili lang ta maghinom-hilom. DepEd Order number 32 series of 2017 or the Gender Responsive Basic Education Policy is a national directive explicitly integrates gender equality and non-discrimination into basic education. It protects students from discrimination based on their sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression. Under this policy, students are generally permitted to express their gender identity through their clothing, grooming, and appearance. Applicable po ang mga existing laws nato, the Safe Spaces Act, as I have mentioned earlier, and the Republic Act number 7610 or the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. Mga Iliganon, pride is not about asking for special rights. It is about reminding everyone that every Filipino deserves equal dignity, respect, and protection under the law. Bisan unsa pa ang imong gender, bisan unsa pa ang imong sexual orientation, the law recognizes that every person deserves dignity, respect, and equal protection. Busa karong humana ang Pride Month, hinaot nga dili matapos ang atong pagrespetaray. Kay ang respeto sa isig katao dili lamang taman hunyo, kundi matag adlaw nga gihimo sa Ginoo. O kung ikaw o adunay imong nailhan nga naka-experience of discrimination, ayaw kahadlok mangayo og tabang. Kabalo ka sa imong katungod. Because the very first step of justice is to know your rights. Before I end, allow me to say this. We may not change the world overnight, but we can nurture and raise our children to be respectful, accepting, and loving. A new and better generation of Filipinos to come. Once again, maayong adlaw. Kini ang direct to the point with Atty. JR.